Did you know that 80% of men feel more loved when they hear certain words from their woman? Quite a staggering statistic, isn't it? It's a testament to the power of words and how they can significantly affect our relationships. Words are more than just mere sounds or written symbols. They are carriers of emotion, intent, and understanding. In a relationship, they can be the difference between a loving bond and a lackluster connection. Take the story of Amanda and Brian, for instance. They loved each other dearly but had communication issues. The root of their problems? A lack of affirming words. Without them, their bond began to fray at the edges and misunderstandings seeped in. But remember, folks, words are double-edged swords. They can both heal and hurt. It's all about how you wield them. So stay tuned as we delve into what these magical phrases are. So what are these phrases that have such a profound effect on men, you may ask? Well, let's dive right in. Our first magic phrase is, "I appreciate you." This is a powerful sentiment that can transform a man's outlook. Take Brian, for example. Brian is a hard-working individual, always striving to make life better for himself and his partner, Amanda. But despite all his efforts, he often felt unacknowledged and overlooked. However, when Amanda started using the phrase, "I appreciate you," everything changed. It was as if a light switched on in Brian's world. He felt seen, valued, and understood. Suddenly, his efforts weren't in vain, they were appreciated, and that made all the difference. Moving on to our second magic phrase, "I trust you." This phrase is like a key that unlocks a man's confidence. When Amanda began to express her trust in Brian, it was a game changer. Brian's confidence soared. He felt empowered and secure, knowing that Amanda had faith in his abilities and decisions. "I trust you" is more than a statement, it's a declaration of faith in a man's capabilities. Finally, let's talk about our third magic phrase, "I love you." Now, this phrase is a classic, but its power should not be underestimated. When Amanda expressed her love for Brian, it was like a reassurance, a promise. It told Brian that Amanda's feelings for him were real and deep. "I love you" is a phrase that goes beyond mere attraction. It's a declaration of deep emotional bond. These phrases may seem simple, but they have the power to change the dynamics of a relationship. They are the magic words that can spark joy, instill confidence, and reassure love. But remember, it's not just about saying these words, it's about meaning them. It's about conveying your feelings with sincerity and honesty. So start using these magic phrases today and see the difference they can make in your relationship. Now that we know these magic phrases, how can we apply them in our relationships? Let's take a look at Amanda and Brian, a loving couple much like any other. Amanda has found a way to weave these phrases into their everyday conversations, making them a part of their relationship's fabric. For instance, during their morning coffee ritual, she tells Brian, "I love how you make the perfect brew, you know just how I like it." This simple phrase, acknowledging Brian's efforts, lights up his morning. During a quiet evening at home, she looks at him and says, "I appreciate your support, Brian. It means the world to me." Such heartfelt words reassure Brian of his value in their relationship. But what makes these phrases magical isn't just their utterance, it's the genuine affection and respect behind them. So when you use these phrases, make sure they spring from a place of sincerity. Remember, the real magic lies not just in the words, but in the sincerity behind them. So what happened to Amanda and Brian after they started using these phrases, you might ask? Well, an incredible transformation took place. Their relationship blossomed as if spring had come early. Their communication, once riddled with misunderstandings, became as clear as a summer's day. They started to open up to each other, revealing their deepest desires and fears, their joys and sorrows, and most importantly, their love for each other. These magic phrases acted as a catalyst, sparking a new level of intimacy that neither of them had experienced before. They found themselves becoming more patient, more understanding, and more compassionate towards each other. Their bond, which was already strong, became unbreakable. They discovered that love wasn't just about the grand gestures, but also about the little things. Those sweet words whispered in the quiet moments, those comforting phrases spoken in times of distress. So give these phrases a try and observe the difference they make in your relationship. Remember, words have the power to build or break. Choose them wisely.